Jai Shri Mataji. A very good morning to everyone. Let us all bow down to Shri Mataji, raise our Mother Kundalini and put Bandhan. Let us recite Shri Ganesh Mantra.
साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः।
Let us now listen to Shri Mataji's speech.
So one has to understand in Sahaj, you have to become very dignified, decent, pure people. The purity is the point we have to say. Now out of say 100, even if 20 are like that, muddled headed, it creates a bad impression. What will others think? That these muddle headed people, what are they going to do? How are they saints? I mean, imagine a saint like this. You are saints, no doubt, but little saint, no saint, saints, no saints like that. So important for 20% people it is not to blame any bhoots anymore and play about, but try. Get your heads cleared out. By your heart being cleared, your head will be cleared. It's only through your heart you will get a clear idea as to what is to be done. And the innocence. If you start respecting others, other things, innocence will come in. That innocence only comes through respect. People don't know this. So many said, Mother, how to get back our innocence? It's simple. Respect yourself. Your chastity you respect first of all. Respect your chastity. Respect others' chastity. Then others' things, others' relationships. Respect your relationship with others. He's a Sahajogi, you are a Sahajogi, he's a saint, I am a saint. I have to respect. And then see the joy and the love. This muddle-headedness has brought also another problem is today that my bank was very angry, you see, because I don't know how you people reach there with a cash money or something. They have to pay. That should not have been done. It's a simple thing is that you have to buy $8 thing and pay it there. And the bank people couldn't understand how did I have relationship with such bad people. They called them strange also. But the simple thing was to make it into dollar. It would have cost £2 more. But that's another thing. That money saving devices also. We are quite experts. Immediately if I tell somebody now, go and get so much of, say, paint. See, paint is an example. I'm just giving it. So they'll say there was a tin available. They'll come back. But that tin was so much and this tin was so much. So I said, what's that? Bring the big tin. No, but this one we can return if it is finished. That one we cannot. I said, now bring the big tin. Now what does it matter? You see, in a paint, in a house like this, such a huge thing, a little paint more or less. But so much of understanding, you see how much you can save in that, how much. I mean, save pound is another, everything blowing in our head. Save pounds. You see, read any advertisement, save pounds. Means spending pounds, you really save pounds. You don't understand the trick, but you all the time think, what is the saving part? Where can we save? See, where can we cut? This is a waste of energy, completely. Just waste of energy. If you go on thinking like that, you'll go mad, I tell you. Because Sahajogis cannot do that. You will see that money comes very easy to people if you are relaxed about money. But if you try to save money, you will never save, and that's why in England people cannot save pounds. Because they just see the advertisements. Any advertisement like that, save pounds must be avoided completely. In Sahaja Yoga, we have to believe that God looks after us. It is He who is going to do things for us. If you put your attention to saving money, then God doesn't bother about saving your money. You know that miracles have happened about money for so many people. Like I went to Patrick's place, I'll tell you. Patrick, you see, I asked him, Patrick, you never received any money? He said, no, mother. I said, don't tell me lies. Did you receive any money? He said, no, mother. I said, are you sure you never received any money? Then he came out with the truth. Yes, I found $1,000 kept on my table, one packet. But that was, I thought that would be a good beginning for him to see. But he went round, the other way round, he thought that, oh God, mother loves me so much and she thinks too much of me, so now I can go ahead. So he started going like I don't know, what should I compare it to? A bull or what? Just he became a big great man, a big great leader, everything, he got floated up, see, he started rising like a balloon rises in the air, like that it happens. But if you have depth, and if you have your Dharma, and if you have Ganesha with you, then you go deep. Oh, mother has done this. What a miracle. How she has achieved it. Who is she? How did she do? She looked after us so well. Go down. And you don't float in the air like a balloon. So, this is what one has to understand that this is another conditioning we have of saving money. Let's save here, let's save there, let's save. Ultimately, what you find? No money to go to India. Last minute, borrowed from here, borrowed from there, go to the thing, get it. So trust in God. God will look after you. You have to have trust. Trust in others. Trust in everyone. I trust you. I always trust you. Beyond any trusting that is possible. For everything. Today only somebody was there. He told me that 25% prices have risen up in India. But I think the amount I have raised is how much it is, I think.
$25.
That is how much it is.
5%.
5% money I have raised. So Warren was rather worried. Mother, how will you manage now with 5%? I said, I'll manage. As I have trust. I have trust that I can do it. I can trust myself and I can trust you people. So this is important that you have to trust each other. First of all, trust yourself and trust others. I trust only you can work out wonders. If you don't trust people, doubt everyone, you cannot work out. It makes the whole organization very, very weak. So try to trust each other. I know there could be a wrong person. I'll take that person out. I know who it is. You just don't worry. But you try to trust and don't worry as to what is going to happen. Trust yourself and trust the God Almighty. Because He's the one who is going to look after us. Yoga Kshema Vahamya. If you have the yoga, you will get the Kshema. Yoga must be established, so you get the Kshema. The second part of it is not first. The first is yoga. Establish your yoga. And then you will be amazed how things work. And so many people ask me that Mother, why only in England this problem exists. There is unemployment all over the world. There is a problem everywhere. But the last minute is business of going to Courts. Imagine, Courts is in England. In London. While we've got money already paid, even from Vancouver and from Australia, all paid long time back, while the English people were today queuing up in Courts and Company. And the Courts and Company became mad. And they said, what sort of thing it is, Mother? We don't want to have your accounts here. So what is the reason for that? That we have not trusted ourselves, we have not trusted others. Some people told me that they made a mistake, they forgot about it. How can you? So this messy nature must go away. You have to be systematic. You have to be systematic about Sahaja Yoga. As you have now started meditating in the morning time and doing all those things, I'm sure the system will work out. The system of God should be there. And it so automatically works out. In 3 days we have planned such a big, huge ashram. In 3 days. I mean, in 1 day I planned, of course. But in 2 days we've drawn it and finished. 2 days you took? 2 days. Such a huge plan. You can't imagine. If you see it, you'll be... Have you got it with you? You haven't brought it. Otherwise you'd have shown. With 4 floors. And very beautiful architecture and Greek design facade.
6 floors in 4 floors.
6 floors in 4 floors. And a beautiful place. And everything organized. So how? I mean, I'm not an architect. I'm nothing of the kind. But it was all done. In the same way, you can all have those powers. You have to just assume that you are saints. You must know you are saints. And behave the way you are a saint, accordingly you should behave your position as a saint. To live like saints, to behave like saints. It's not just what face you put up or what features you put up, but the temperament, the generosity, the kindness, the compassion, the love, the nourishment that you have to give to each other and to the whole world. If you cannot give it to Sahajogi, you cannot give it to anyone. The first test is how far you love each other, the Sahajogi. It's nice to see all of you here today on this great occasion. Also, I feel sad that I have to leave you now. I'm going to India. And I'm going to meet you there, all of you. I hope so. Many of you are coming down. Now to India, when you are coming, also come with a deeper inquiry. Because superficially, if you see, that country doesn't have your comforts, doesn't have this paper room, may not have carpets. But it has got a heart. They have got a heart. A very large heart. And whatever they do it from their heart. If somebody is very superficial, can even ridicule them for their sincerity. Can even make fun of them, that they are so stupid to be that sincere. I mean, according to modern ideas. But you have to develop that heart. A simple, innocent, giving heart, which enjoys, which has the fondness to do. I mean, I had to tell them now. The argument is the other way around. You will be amazed if I tell you the arguments were. Like when Modi came here, he said we want them to stay in Bombay. But I said, why? Bombay is an expensive place. No, mother will bear half the expense, but let them stay. Why? You see, that's what we want. I mean, the whole thing was argument, you remember. We want to do something for them. They are coming to our country now. We want to make some nice things. You see, we'll make some nice food for them. I said, don't make overdo. Simple food you should make. No, mother, but that's the only chance we have to feed. And the whole argument was how they were fond. Then they said, we should have, I said, have just 5 days in that place where Burdi. So I said, at least make it 7 days, mother. Please, 7 days. Because that will be easier. Poor things will be coming. And then they would like to sleep for 1 day. After all, they would be tired. So 1 day is gone, 2 days like this. And the other group will be coming. So you see, they're just thinking how to make you comfortable, how to make you happy, what to feed you, what to do. But if you want to see something superficial, you might try to find some faults. And I have seen people spoil. People spoil. They spoiled so many surgeons by their overdoing, which was never understood why they did it. Now, gradually you are understanding. You have to become that kind of a personality that gives, that nourishes, that is fond of doing for others. What should I do? What should I buy for you? What should I get for you? You see, it's such a joy. See, my special joy is in that. I mean, in America, I was at least 25% of time I was busy buying things because I have to give presents. And they said, "Mother, what are you doing?" I said, I enjoy, just forget it. If I had time this time, I would have bought something for you people before going. Just I enjoy it. That's what, just enjoy giving. I wish you could just jump on the other side, other bank of this river and see the joy of giving. It's so great. It's much greater than getting anything for yourself. And with this idea, you should go and see how they enjoy. If I tell them a lady was there, she said that you must come and have breakfast with her. I said, I have at least 40 people with me. How can I come to your house? She said, no, we'll arrange. Don't you worry. So all the neighbors, you see, got up at 4 o'clock, prepared all the breakfast for us, everything ready. When we went, it was so beautifully organized. And those people who were with us, Gavin, you were there that time, I think. Is he here? He's outside. So the first group, I think the second group was there. Gavin, you remember that lady who...
I came the day after.
Day after that. You missed the point.
I know it. I know the story too well.
Isn't it? And just imagine, and they were so happy. And they were so happy feeding giving, and all the men were running, and you'll see this, you see yourself. And they never tell me any problems, always solutions. They are there with the solution. You tell them now the problem is, you see, they want to go by a bus. Now, we can't afford to keep the buses for a long time. No, there's nothing, no need. We'll get you buses, they'll take you down there. You don't worry. Now, we have this problem. What to do? Don't worry, we'll manage, mother. We can do that. All the time they are giving solutions to me. But here, it's the other way around. The problems. The problem, the sentence starts with, now today is a disaster. What's a disaster? The milkman has not come. Always something starts with a problem. Now, have you any solutions? Have you any solutions? Only the persons who can think of solutions can construct. So remember, that is very common. And I get really pestered. Sometimes I really get irritated. Everybody has some problems or some problems or some problems. And even if you give a solution, but what? I'm giving a solution, but it could be that, it could be this. But why don't you find out? I mean, they know all about it. Supposing you say, let's go by this road. But there could be a traffic. I said, but how do you know sitting down here? But at this time, this is this. Everybody is so knowledgeable with the ideas how to create problems and never solutions. Such a knowledge is useless, I tell you. Such useless knowledge you must throw in the sea. Not very near Brighton, because we are having solutions. So don't create problems. Don't create problems. That's very important. Is not to have any problems. Try to find out solutions and give solutions. So this language should be changed. The problem is, this language we are going to change from today. And you'll be surprised, all problems can be solved like that. Only change your direction. Supposing you are straightforward marching towards problems, then what can you do? I mean, even if you are a Sahajogi, no use. I mean, you are going towards it. But you just turn your face from the problems. No problem. Believe me, there should be no problems for you. Have you noticed that happening? Then, last of all, is to remember that you must understand your mother very well. And do not jump into conclusions of your own. And if you start jumping onto your own conclusions, you will really create problems for me. Firstly, you must know that Sahaja Yoga, we cannot make any money out of it. There cannot be any commercial activity on Sahaja Yoga. As it is, I am hopelessly bad as far as money is concerned. You ask him, he'll tell you. Those who have known me know that. I am hopelessly bad. I don't know even how to sign a check. Even today, I do not know. When will I learn? I don't know. Maybe because this is entering into the 6th house, I will be even worse now. So, first of all, we are not going to have any kind of commercial activity. And if you ever try it, I will see to it that you get liquidated. Complete. So, no commercial activity for surgery. No commercial things should be started in the name of surgery. Like I've seen somebody, Nirmala Udyog in India, means Nirmala, Udyog is enterprise. I mean, this is not the way, this is not allowed. Or Sahaja Udyog, we cannot do that. It's alright, Sahaja Co-op, because Sahajogis are there in cooperative, but should not be a money-making proposition anywhere, any business, anything. Don't use the name of Sahajog. It will be spoiling it. It won't be good. So you must understand that should not be done. Secondly, your mother is an extremely practical woman. Extremely practical. So do not start thinking. You see, people get an idea. I mean, just now we had one example of that. That somebody said that I want to keep Queen's Park. I mean, this is something. Even if I wear a hat, I won't think like that, I can tell you. Because I don't know how people jump into conclusions. And they'll say, mother said so. But this is another way of doing it. You must do the things that are practical. When I said you should not try to save money, doesn't mean that you waste your things. So one has to be very, very practical and pragmatic. And that happens because, you see, spirituality is the most practical thing. Sahaja Yoga, have you seen anything more practical than Sahaja Yoga? It's the most practical thing. But that doesn't mean that you go to the bank and start seeing vibrations there, standing on Oxford Street, seeing the vibrations there, seeing the vibrations of the balloon. This is stupid. This should not be done outside. Muslims also, when they do namaz, they look quite odd to me, that standing on the street sometimes, suddenly you find a Muslim, you see, spreading something and going up and down. It's stupid. It's show. It's a sacred thing. In the road, I have seen people walking like this. What is this? People will think you are mad or what? So we have to be extremely decent people and understanding in what atmosphere we live. They don't talk our language, they don't understand us. So we should not be ridiculous. We'll look like punk rocks. So we have to be very decent, very poised people, affectionate, compassionate, soft-spoken, sweet, kindly, and alert. Or we put the alert first. That way we have to. I'm telling you because the new year is now coming. And in new year, what you have to do is to give up all that is nonsensical and take up all that is good. That's why we have to see what's wrong with us.
Let us recite the three great mantras.
त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री महालक्ष्मी महासरस्वती महाकाली त्रिगुणात्मिका कुण्डलिनी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री सहस्रार स्वामिनी मोक्षप्रदायिनी माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः।
Thank you, Shri Mataji, for blessing us with this beautiful meditation. Let us all bow down to Shri Mataji, raise our Mother Kundalini, and give ourselves a bandhan. We will continue with our morning meditation tomorrow morning, same time. Jai Shri Mataji.